Yo, 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 yo. What's up, my bro?
It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute coming. We haven't seen each other for ages, my friend.
We
So
haven't
fun.
roasted in a while. It's been a while,
We
you
haven't.
know.
We haven't. And on this channel, we don't shy away from having a little bit fun. We went on a December run, January, 5 streaks, and no, actually four, and we got caught out right sleeping by Fulham. So we're going to talk about everything that's been going on Manchester United, the media reports, and of course, we're going to talk about today's game. Getsu, right?
Yes, come on, come on, come on. If you don't know, today, Nottingham Forest versus Man United, FA Cup, fifth round, right? We have to
Yeah.
win today. It's a must win for Ten
It is a
Hag.
must win. It is a must
Yeah.
win. And if we win, we get into the quarterfinals. But if you look who is lingering on, I think it's Liverpool still. I think it's City, Chelsea
Mhm.
as well, right? So, and if we qualify, that means that we are also one of the top four, top six clubs in the Premier in the quarterfinals. So, do you reckon we're going to get a favorable draw? I mean, hopefully, we not get Liverpool or City or those kind of games.
Bro, at this point, I feel like any draw is gonna be a tough draw. Our team has been like a box of chocolates. You know, and sometimes you never know what you're gonna get with Man
Yeah,
United. So
yeah.
I'm just hoping that even today we need to just get through Forest because anything could happen. We might do the thing where we concede early and then the team can crumble mentally, or we might have a high volume of chances and actually take them. So I'm really
100%.
feeling like optimistic more than pessimistic.
Yeah, I mean, how do you summarize Manchester United season so far? I mean, there is some juju going around on the socials. People are blaming Paul Pogba for
I
bearing
know,
that
I
idea
know,
in
Nick. I know
2022.
how you, and listen. I know how you summarize our season so far.
Really?
Sometimes,
Yeah,
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I can tell so.
mostly shit, actually. you
Well,
know.
I did a little funny piece this morning actually, and
Yeah.
on the second embargo on the Erik Ten Hag's press conference yesterday, he came out to say, "Oh, by the way, we have more injuries," and I got like, "Bloody hell!"
Oh my God!
Right? So we're looking at potentially Harry Maguire out, Rafael Varane potentially.
Why is Harry Maguire out? Did he mention what's
I
up with
don't
him?
know. I don't know. Maybe he has a massive slab headache. I don't know. Maybe
is that
some of
Chase?
the
Is that Chase running after Traore?
I
We'll get
don't.
you.
Yes, yes. Baby oil.
Did you see
Johnson's
how
baby
he
oil
tried his
gel.
best though?
Yeah, he
Somehow
did.
in his mind, Harry Maguire believed I'm gonna run fast and catch up with Traore. Like, pull his shirt, man. You're gonna injure yourself, and also no, he could have gotten a second yellow, and then it would have been a justified rest for him. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Anyway, I mean, Casemiro seems to be a doubt. Of course, he got that knockout. You remember that they took him out. And Bruno Fernandes seems to be also a doubt. This is the first time Bruno
Jesus!
is kind of
Jesus is
calling himself
Lord!
out fit in the entire Manchester United career.
Wow, wow,
Wow,
wow.
wow, wow. So,
Yes,
so
this is right. This is like seeing a unicorn. Bruno is
yeah,
out, and it's not because of COVID. It's not. It's he's just it. Wow.
nope.
Anyway, but you know what that means, though, Mick. I feel like it's a very good opportunity for somebody to step up in that role. Can we build a little bit of a try and see if we can get some chemistry going on with somebody in the midfield, leading that attacking midfield other than Bruno? I need to see that. I need to see that happen. And, I think the team would benefit from that. And hopefully, this is also going to put a very, very, very big question mark on what is Ten Hag going to do if the midfield performs without
Yeah,
Bruno today. Is he going to
yeah.
stick Bruno in over the weekend?
Bro, I don't know. Some people on the social say, well, perfect. Like, you dodged the bullet for the derby, right? You're calling yourself injured. But guys, another thing, I'm not superstitious, but you know what? At the end of the day, some people are blaming Paul Pogba for recent events, basically. If you
It's
haven't
the
heard this story.
Pog
What?
Juju.
Pogba
That's
Juju.
China.
Oh my God.
Manchester United fans freak on social media as they believe the troublesome happenings at the club are because of Paul Pogba buried a hyena at Old Trafford back in 2022. That was a story told by his brother Matthias Pogba, revealed that his brother had buried a hyena in the center of Old Trafford just weeks before leaving the club, rejoining Juventus. His teammate Anthony Martial apparently witnessed this take place and immediately got injured. And same thing happened to Paul Pogba. And in the meantime, we've seen a lot of bad luck happening, backfiring with the Mason Greenwood story, Jadon Sancho, Rashford on a lash, and everything that we've seen around with the takeover. It's been a horrendous season, my friend. Yeah, I'm president.
This season, Mick, I don't think the scandal-free season will ever exist for Man United. It's just in our DNA. It's just part of who we've become now, with all these toxic players that we've had come into our team, and then from there, they just, that Anthony still lives in Pogba's house.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The moment I discovered that, I was like,
But what the hell, boy?
what is this?
No way. That is mad.
The hyena curse is really, really, it's real. And that's the thing that I'm like, why are we surrounding ourselves with this type of, rhetoric? We need to just have a clean slate, have players that, just want to play football, and they're not about the popularity contests, and they're staying away as far as possible from the hyena curse.
Yeah.
Because it is real. It is
Stay
real.
away from the hyena. Guys, welcome to the stream. This is a very unusual warm-up pre-kickoff with me and Papi taking a little bit of the mick and the piss, but at the same time being serious. It is the Wednesday roast. Beat the press, guys. Lucky Singh is here. We see you. Stephanie Griffith is saying, big up, Mick, Papi plus VR room, ZZ Top at Old Trafford. No chance unless it's the band. Come on, United. Let's dump Forrest Gump out of the cup. Absolutely repeating the treble. Big up to you, Stephanie, as well. Who else do we see here coming in here with comments? Basically, good afternoon. Jolly Malmeen, everyone are broken at the moment. It's like a broken clock. But we got to kick on. We got to play football. This is what we're going to talk about. How would Ten Hag line up? I have no freaking idea. Nobody knows.
So does he do the thing, Mick, of prioritize? What's the priority right now for Ten Hag? FA Cup or chasing top 4?
I think, I wish I lived in Ten Hag's head.
If you were Ten Hag, what would you prioritize?
It's a tricky run of fixtures within the next 5 games. You have FA Cup, which you should prioritize, but then you also have City. You got to have all the best players available for City because you don't want to be humiliated. So I would say today, if I was Ten Hag, I would look at the under 21s, 3.5 of squad of under 21s and mix a little bit with the experienced players. See how it goes in the first half. And if everything goes tits up, then you take in your strongest team and level up. But I think that, right? Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious to what the people in the VAR room think. If you had to pick one, is it FA Cup? Is that where you're putting all your eggs? Or are you putting in the half eggs like Mick? Mick says half the eggs in the FA Cup. He's putting 4 for City. That's what you said.
Bro, Easter is coming up soon. Easter is coming up, so you got to put Easter eggs, right? True. Guys, in the VR room, please smash a 1 if you would prioritize the FA Cup, 2 for the Derby game. That's the fair and square working we can do. Good afternoon, Jeff Buzz. How you doing, my friend, as well? We have 433 Presser saying morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Joe Blackman is here saying yo, 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 yo. Blackman, how you doing? Jamaica is in the house. We have Manchester, Jago man, Jamaica in the house. And what's good to you as well, like really, really, really big up to you, Kenny Fan TV. We are Reggie is here as well. Put Maino as number 10, Casemiro and Amrabat behind him. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at that. Let's kick on the show, by the way. Let's see. MUFC 20 times. Kenny Fan TV, would you say what you said about Nuruddin to him? Listen, we're all friends here. One, what you say, prioritize the FA Cup. 1 and 2, guys.
Get right here, man. GB.
Don't forget to smash that like button. Listen. Don't forget. Man, this is such a weird one, right? Of course, I want us to compete. Of course, I want to. There's 12 games left of the Premier League. Anything can happen. This is football. It's a one setback, right? But we got to start the show with what is Ten Hag smoking, right? And what is media smoking? Let's start with backtracking to the post comments, basically after Fulham. We got to start from the beginning, where it all started, the epicenter, Papi.
Mm-hmm.
Ten Hag, after the 1-2 loss against Fulham, came out to say the team showed big character to fight back. We deserved that equalizer. And when went for the win, we showed big personality and character. And this sent shockwaves around the Manchester United global fan base and media. This opened a can of worms to say, what did you do for the 85 minutes? That's the big question, right? And furthermore, he went on to say, when we get injuries back, we will be more in a balance as a team. We also need to strengthen the squad in the transfer window when there are many good players with high potentials available. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, Papi, that is like, and some people saying, what are you smoking? On the other hand, did you watch the same game that we did? On the other hand, he has reinsurances. Ineos has been speaking to him saying, don't worry, Ten Hag, just get us, finish off strong. And, you have 1 year left on this contract. Right. What's your thoughts on that, my dear friend?
So there's definitely sort of like Ten Hag has been, his assessment of the game, his post-match comments after the Fulham loss, where very much he was protecting the team more than he should have. I almost feel like he might need a little bit of some media retraining if he's been trained before, because Ineos have to ask themselves this: do they want a manager that's going to go and lie to 70,000 plus people and say, no, we had control of the game, when honestly, we know we scraped through the game? The only difference between the game that we lost and all the other games in 2024 is the fact that, the scoreline actually reflected the performance. We've been scraping through FC. We've been playing, these games that were not putting to bed. And that's universal truth. No Manchester United fan can contest that. And that, and Ten Hag having that sort of like very what you smoking type of assessment of the game was like, what he did have in the pre-match conference. He did talk about the fact that, he was responding to Jamie Carragher's, how Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville's, sort of like rules the press this week with their comments, but he was responding to Jamie Carragher's piece from Monday Night Football, where he actually now sort of like had a little bit of a more reasonable, sensible take and analysis of the game, where he said, it took us over 30 minutes to try and figure out how to respond to the tactical problems.
This is Ten Hag's response to Jimmy Carragher's smoking adventures.
Oh, I love that you have it here, mate.
And he was looking.
Wait, let's start from beginning.
Jamie Carragher was dissecting your team's out of possession performance, and he was looking specifically at the Fulham game, and he said that from what he could work out, you were trying to press high and also do a low block at the same time. I mean, when you hear things like that, is that a fair criticism of what you see unfold on the pitch?
So first of all, so some analysts are very objective in their comments, very good advices. Some are very subjective. So Jamie Carragher is one of the, from the first moment on, he's criticized, and now he wants to make his point. And probably in the first half an hour, he had a point where Fulham in the midfield setup, a little bit surprises, and then we had to find the solutions. And after half an hour, we found the solutions. And where we are, I was not pleased with the performance in defending, especially there over the left side, how we did that, the pressing, because they came out, especially in the first half an hour, several times over the left side. Can't happen. That has to do everything with willingness and spirit and passion.
Passion
Jamie
fruit.
Carragher was dissecting
Passion. So, passion fruit. So here's one thing, right? Jamie Carragher has been at Manchester United's crack pipe for a long time, criticizing the signings of Lisandro Martinez. He's too short. Everything about Ten Hag. He's a scouser. Just piss off. And what he said here is pretty much accurate. You know what? If you look at the Fulham game, they exploited the left side, and that who played left-sided centre back or left-sided fullback? Lindelof.
Lindelof,
yeah. So they knew that was the weakest link.
Yeah,
but he he's aware to say that we struggled, we didn't have the personnel, but still 1-2 defeat at home that didn't go down with me. That didn't go down with a lot of people, and say, what are you smoking? That's the thing. And another thing as well, I call it opportunities, right, Poppy? To be honest, because media's been going out there, sharpening the knives, pre-writing stories already. You saw the Zidane, the Serbians line up. Zidane, Ineos is already lined up. Omar Barada has already contacted Zinedine Zidane through Jean-Claude Blanc and yada, 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 yada. And then you see Fabrizio Romano on United Sans, and that's not true.
Matter of fact, you know what?
Let's go.
Let's bring the whiteboard out and say, this is the life of a Manchester United fan, right? So Thursday, it was Tuchel Thursday, right?
Tuchel Thursday, yeah. Tuchel Thursday.
And then Friday, we had, I think it might have been Nagelsmann. Okay, yeah.
Nagelsmann
Friday. And then Saturday, it was Man United losing, right? Man United lost on Saturday. We had the media gave us a break. All right. So we had the little break on Saturday. But then Sunday, it was Liverpool, winning, whatever. That's how the life of a Man United fan is. But now Monday was what? Deserby Monday.
Deserby Monday.
Deserby. and then Tuesday was Zidane Tuesday. So right, today is what? Wednesday, right? This is our week. This is a summary of our week, right?
Oh yeah. And the fun fact is, if you just take a break, guys, we gotta roast the media. But if you gotta take a break, you also saw reports that Omar Barada has already spoken to the executives. Hang on a second, he's on a garden leave. He's not allowed to speak. and you cannot appoint any single person until Dan Ashworth is on board, or what's his name, Jason Wilcox, and all these people, right? And don't matter who we are linked to. We can link to be Stevie Wonder and his blind dog and every single person. No, nothing's going to happen because you don't have the senior people on board yet. So everything else, throw it out the window. Take it with a pinch of salt, whatever media is reporting, because they are only after one thing: to hurt Manchester United. Why? Because this is the last dance saloon of the gravy trade. As soon as Manchester United get the proper structure and keeping things in-house, there will not be any leaks coming out, Poppy. Nothing. And
Yes.
and guess what?
What?
Today, in the media, reported more heads are rolling. Guess who they sacked?
Oh.
They sacked the CEO of digital social media engagement. His name is Phil Lynch, the guy that Gary Neville attacked to say, why are you tracking our players 24/7 and posting everything, creating divide and conquer? Rashford did this, Rashford did that. What's going on the training ground? Who won the player of the match in this contest on the training? You've seen it, guys, on the social media. It's been one clip after another. And this is kind of the glazonomic things that everything that's generated in social media, it's good money, good business. He's been sacked. He's been sacked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The leaks are gone.
So
Finally.
hopefully this means like it'll be more of a quieter atmosphere in terms of like the dressing room, rumors and leaks and divisions. Like hopefully that means that's gonna change. Is that what you're saying? Like I want to make sure that I understood.
Unless the Zinedine story was debunked to say it's lazy journalism. It's basically it's going to be a very unprecedented season where Bayern Munich is looking for a manager, Barcelona is looking for a manager, Liverpool is looking for a manager. They put 2 and 2 together and starting to link. Agencies started to link. Oh yeah. And leaks always comes out for agents and players. And the latest and the greatest was also that the frosty relationship between Rashford and Erik Ten Hag.
Oh my God! Jesus!
So if you bring out your board as well, you can see what's going on. Like this is the agenda. This is what on the editorial. Thursday Tuchel, Friday was Nagelsmann, Saturday was. Yeah, Monday as well.
Saturday was the little break, right? But Wednesday we're back to it's the Rashford.
But the funny part is, like, this is the same old journalist. Like, I'm not going to mention the names, but why was nothing mentioned in the press conference yesterday, right? Everything came out after, like, man.
So the whole thing is that Rashford and Erik Ten Hag, their relationship has grown cold ever since the Belfast incident, right? That's as far as I understand it. And I'm sort of like thinking, either the press is just trying to feed, some news that's like obviously just gonna get a couple of clicks and circulate, and it's a theory you can sort of, concoct, but honestly, is that the truth? Would Ten Hag really, really freeze out Rashford as well? Like this is going to be an interesting evolution of events. Like he cannot.
But the frosty relationship goes down to ever since he punished me for coming late. You know that I think it was last season he benched him. And then he brought him in and he scored and he went on a scoring streak, right?
Yeah.
This time of the season, he hasn't even. How many goals has he registered? 5.
Yeah, in the Premier League, that sounds about right.
How many shots on target in total?
Let me bring it up for you right now and just tell you.
Yeah, this is a trick question.
So Marcus Rashford in terms of like, first of all, so we know his goal tally, it's exactly 5, right?
5,
and in terms of shots in from the players in Manchester United squad, he ranks number 3 with 55 shots taken.
55 shots and 3 shots on target. You can then subtract how many shots he had in Belfast. On the tequila light, how many shots he had, and I swear to God, 2 days in the last, he had more shots on target than he actually had this season alone. Where's my brum?
There it is. That was a good one.
I got you on that one.
I gotta give him this though. He's hit the woodwork twice, and so and that's the highest. For the Man United player, him and Dallo have hit the woodwork twice. But
I wouldn't
we
mind
don't
if he
count
hit.
woodwork.
Why didn't he hit Woodward when he was there? Woodward.
I hate woodwork. That's a good one.
Take that to the bank. Listen, at the end of the day, it's been a torrid season, and
Yeah.
one might go back to Paul Pogba's, why did you bury that hyena, Paul? That magic juju backfired on us this season.
My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
This is. Yeah, I don't know. It's a superstition that I'm like, nah, that's not true. But the more these theories just sort of I hear about it, the more this Pogba hyena story keeps on feeling like it's real,
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, but it's typical Zidane, Zizou. He's a savior, and this is typical media reports and fans' impatient behavior, right? That's what it is.
Exactly.
Then we see that he's in his press conference, he feels that he's reinsured. He's spoken to Ineos, and they talk about the future. And you've seen that, when Ratcliffe had his first interview speaking to the BBC and MUTV, he said two things what caught my attention. He said, one, that it's Manchester United had good coaches, he said, and it's all never been their fault. They haven't been backed and support, right? So that's one thing. But on the other hand, he said making top four and Europa is very important for FFP. So if he loses tomorrow and if he gets battered against City, I'm afraid he's on borrowed time, unless he's been given other reassurances, because getting Europa is so important for the new establishment, because that's money in the bank, right?
Yes.
Getting fifth probably will get you into the Champions League. I don't know if six gets you into Europa League. I don't know at the moment, but it is. I'm going to put my hand on the heart. So I'm not Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out. I want him to succeed, and I am Club FC. I love my team, and I want us to succeed. But it's been a frustrating season. Now, what we can do is put the pressure on the team and on the manager. Now, see what you are made of. See how you can sort of, with all these injuries and everything, how can you finesse it, right? So it comes back to when you asked me this question earlier. What would you prioritize? I would prioritize both. But as a manager, I will mix it up a bit.
Yeah, mix your eggs, put a few eggs in this basket and a few eggs on that basket. So how I want to ask you even in more detail, but before we do that, shout out to everybody that's tuned in and people that are just coming in right now. There's been Vicky in the house, Yale, Lilies as well, Ashid in the house as well, Twalumba Piri, shout out to you, Red J as well, Lee Parker, thank you for being here. Kindly hit the like button, guys, and subscribe if you haven't done so. All right, so Mick, which eggs are you putting? So in terms of the lineup, I know it's going to come out very soon in a few hours, but are you still keeping it the same way as the last game, especially that defensive line?
No.
We have the injury of Maguire, obviously, right? So who's
Magaluf is out apparently.
We can save the lineup talk for a little later if you have it. I don't know if you have it.
I mean, at the same time, I think Ten Hag has no choice. He has to rotate. Because City is such important. To catch top four, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a double-edged sword, what Ineos has been saying. So Jim Ratcliffe, and you have Dave Brailsford looking at the stands. He has to perform. So how do you do this? Under 21s has been performing impeccable. I think they are on top of their league. Under 21s unbeaten as well. And they're already playing Ten Hag's style, right? So it's a question of what do you do? And this is what I don't know. This is why it's going to be such a surprise when we see the lineup. Typically, the Ten Hag that we know, don't jinx it. He doesn't rotate. He keeps playing the same team week in and week out.
Yes.
So, do we expect anything different, Pops?
I would say yes. He has to play the kids. He has to do the thing where, there is a bit of a balance where you pick a few players that are your first teamers and then give a little bit more opportunity to people that have been in the fringes. Sort of like a little bit of like what Klopp did versus Chelsea in a very important must-win game, EFL Cup final. He made sure that he played kids, but there was still Van Dijk in there. There was still Konate in there, whose fairly experienced was really good in the Champions League for them last time when they were playing, in the Champions League. There was still Diaz, who's you could consider a senior. Robertson was a senior player. So there's like at least five senior-ish player. If you throw in Harvey Elliott, no, not Harvey Elliott, McAllister, sorry. That's an experienced player. So there's 6 more or less experienced players, even though they're not necessarily like experienced all playing together per se, especially when I'm thinking of McAllister. But there is a little bit of that hybrid of like some kids in there, but some really good experienced players who can calm the kids down and tell them it's going to be okay.
Wow. It's going to be okay. That's exactly what I suggested. But the question is, will Ten Hag do it? That's the problem. That's what nobody knows. Listen, I already cheated. I already started, Pops. So let's have a look at what I think, and we can tweak it together. This is from MFCrealist.tv website. Guys, go in there, do your player rating, man of the match later on today, because we're going to go over that. Build your team as well. So far, you can only do 4-3-3 formation, but we are working on different formations. Mm-hmm. I put Alta Bayande because I feel sorry for him in goal. This is FA Cup, and you should be able to play your number 2 in goal. There's no need to play Onana here. So I go with Alta Bayande. Do you agree with me?
I dropped a bomb for it, saying I heavily concur with you, brother.
You concur. I love that.
I concur. Like, when is he ever going to play? If he doesn't get a chance here, like, why is he on the payroll? Honestly, this has to be addressed. And the fact that we talked about this, the fact that sometimes we have 2 goalkeepers on our bench. Make that make sense. When are we ever going to have? When are we going to have like an opportunity to sub out one goalkeeper and then play another one and then play another one? Like, no, might as well just give that seat to another kid that has not had that match day experience and being in the ambience of like what it is what it feels like in the first team.
I tell you a secret.
If they're on the bench.
I tell you a secret. My mother, God bless her. She's a big fan of these Turkish soap operas. Mm-hmm. The telenovela.
The telenovela,
and you have
yes.
Tarek. And you see like 1 minute pause like that. Who pulled the stinky? That's Altar Bayandr. Not getting in a minute.
Oh my
God! he's stopping for minutes, bro.
So you agree, Altar Bayandr. But listen, judging what Ten Hag said in the post, when he answered the critiques for Jimmy Carragher, he said that Fulham exploited our left side, and that was Victor Lindelof, who we saw wobbling out afterwards. So Victor Lindelof is one of them players that are in doubt. So I will go with Sofian Amrabat, who, by the way, started when we had that left back's position. Sofian Amrabat, Zidane Sherman, I believe he can do a job there, 100%. Now, barring that we have centre-back crisis, I have basically gone with Johnny Zared and Willy Kwambwala, the youngster. So you can see here, we have a little bit of a mix of young and old experience. Varane, no point of playing Varane. Why risk it? Play Varane against City, 100%. Now, we don't have any other to play Diego Dalot's role. So poor guy, let's just hope he does not pull up an injury, because we don't have any fullbacks. So I put Diego Dalot. Why switch the balance there? Put Diego Dalot on the right wing. Now here's the midfield. Bruno Fernandes was reportedly being out, Papi. And sad as it is, let's look at the injury. And the Oscar goes to Get right
And he's
and he's up.
wow.
That was
This
a full M.
crazy. That's
It's
the
crazy.
moment when he got injured.
That is jokes aside. That was one of the petulant moments, and a lot of people raised their eyebrows to say, "You're supposed to be the captain. Why are you doing this?" And I totally agree. So getting back to the lineup again, I don't think that Captain Bruno will stay away. I think that Captain Bruno will start. It's just a play for the gallery. Casemiro was taken out because he had that head collision with what's his name, Reed, was it?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
precautionary, he's back. There's no concussion. And the thing is that worries me, Papi, is the Kobe
Yeah.
Menu situation. I don't want to burn the kid down to the ground, but they took him off. I think he was somewhere in the 70th minute. Took him on because I think basically because of the FA Cup. So I believe that Kobe will play. What do you think? Will Kobe play?
I'm glad that you bring it up because there is this thing where when you have a young talent and you're trying to develop a young talent, you actually have to be very, very mindful of how many minutes you give that person, because you need to allow them to have time to first recover and build that body, because that body is developing quickly. First of all,
Yeah,
right?
100%, man. I agree.
Secondly, is like also just like there's a thing called burnout that can happen.
Yeah.
And if you can't just be like, oh, he was good, he's playing, he was good, he's playing. I love the way at last season you saw how Garnacho's integration into the first team happened. It was so gradual, and now with Kobe Mainoo, we're just throwing Kobe Mainoo into the deep end that it might not actually be beneficial for him. That's why I even have reservations make about Kobe being involved in the Euros. Like I feel like I want him to get the experience. Maybe if he goes there as a reserve and then he's just there as a sub and it has the experience, maybe that can help. But the thing is, like on the pitch, those minutes have to be regulated, because this is a player who can be given too much too soon. It has to be all really thoughtful.
I mean, I don't even, going back to what you said, the England international Southgate is not the best one to send your youngster to. We've seen that before, right? So no, a little bit too soon. I don't think so. Sim, we are perfectly good. A lot of water under that bridge, man. I forgot about it. Don't worry about it. It was just a bad day at the office. Sim.
Big up, Sim.
Big up, mate. Bruno never misses a game. He's captain, marvelous. I think Bruno will still start. I don't see it. Who else
Even
can
if
play
it's
Bruno?
injured, what are you saying, Mick?
No, I don't think Bruno will start. But we're going to have a debate about this. Casemiro needs to start with Kobe Mainoo in that case. And for some weird reason, I put Scott McTominay, Scott in a box. I don't know. Maybe we play a 4-4-2. Marcus Rashford still to the left, Alejandro Garnacho to the right. And my reason per se is that, simple as that. You need to keep the balance at least on top. Why jinx it, right? What he did wrong against Fulham was to switch already players that are not used to playing in that position. Like, Garnacho was getting cooking on the right-hand wing. All of a sudden, he was playing on the right, Rashford in the middle. Rashford hates to play in the middle. 0 shots on target. It didn't work. At least Scott McTominay, you have a target man in there, right? You have a target man. Yeah. But you can also play a false 9, right? In terms of putting let's say, Amad Diallo as false 9.
Yes.
Amad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think, go ahead.
So for me, this table goes out the window because I have no idea what he's going to line up. This was mine sort of thinking.
Go back to the screen. Let me
want to alter it.
Yeah, I feel like Garnacho will actually get a little rest today, and we'll see Anthony in that position.
Anthony. You think he's going to jinx it?
No, he's gonna. The way he backed Anthony today in the press conference, in the embargoed section of the press conference, I was just like, okay, Anthony is gonna get an opportunity. Now, the question is Scott McTominay. I mean, we know Bruno Fernandes has to get a break. The rumors of him being injured, I feel like they're true.
Ericsson?
And-
Who's going to play here?
no, Bruno Fernandes in the
Remove.
middle. Remove.
And
And who do we have available? Ericsson will probably
Ericsson
go
don't press.
Okay,
you go with Ericsson.
A matter of availability now. It's just like, what can we? Yeah, Christian Eriksen in there. That is for me the changes that I think Ten Hag is going to make. And
that gives you a little bit of a balance, 100%. That gives you a balance that Ericsson is the playmaker, Kobe Mainoo is the glider, Casemiro is the destroyer. So instantly you have a little bit of a balance. Like you look at it like a Formula car, racing car, like a McLaren, right? You see the back wheels needs to be balanced. The front wheel needs to also be balanced. The middle, you have the engine and the cogwheels, and there needs to sort of fire on all cylinders. And the driver is Ten Hag, 100%. If you don't get the balance right, the car will skid all over the race, all over the track, and fall off eventually at Nottingham Forest, going all the way to Tesco's car park. So yeah, big up. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you, man. The question is, will Scott in the box start on front, or will it be, I don't know, Forsen? I didn't see much about Forsen to sort of give him his roses or flowers. I haven't seen much about him.
That one baffles me, how Forsen just jumped the pecking order and Ahmad didn't even start. It was like he jumped Anthony and Ahmad and went and got himself a start. And I think Ten Hag's assessment, he was asked about him and he said his performance was reasonable, which I think that was actually accurate. But Forsen was also not really supported enough. And I think that was a very, very tough time to just throw him in like that when the team is having this moment of instability. I'm all for youth getting a little bit of time and being involved. Is the ethos of Man United, but it has to be at the right moments,
Yeah.
So maybe Forsen, for me, like Forsen, I'd bring him in the second half, as well as also Ahmad coming in the second half, just to freshen things up and also, yeah.
But you can also do like this. Instead of Scott McTominay, let's do this. We play a false number 9. We put in an Ahmad here. You can, right?
Yeah.
You can do like this. And these can interchange on top here. They can interchange with each other, take different responsibilities, right?
Yes.
What's important is the midfield, 100%, because their midfield is a little bit shaky. They're going to hit us on the pace. We need to be alert with Anthony Elanga, rhythm. Rhythm is a dancer. You know what I mean? So we have a little bit of slow pace, but Willy Kumbala, a little bit of a combustive engine, young energy, Diego Dalot bombing forward, Sofiane Amrabat, you shall not pass, and experienced Johnny Evans. I don't think Altaf Bayande will give a chance.
That combination makes me chuckle, Mick, because Johnny Evans was 17 years old when Willy Kumbala was born. So Johnny Evans can be technically Kumbala's dad.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. But at the end of the day, people, we have no clue. Nobody knows. We'll find out 60 minutes before the lineup comes out, and you can react on the socials, and you can react in Papi's watch along as well.
Yes.
But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? You think that's going to be a mix of youth with senior players? I certainly believe so. Will we see surprises? I want to see surprises. Because if things didn't work against Fulham, when you have all the seniors play some hungry youth, they are dying to play and show themselves in the shirt. You can't go wrong, right?
You can't go wrong, because usually, the thing about it is I feel like if looking at this from Forsen's perspective, like I'm still thinking about how his debut went. Like I feel like he'd want to kind of just redo it again and really, 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 take this opportunity with the by the scruff of the neck type of thing, because he like a lot of we've had debuts of youth that are memorable. Of course, Rashford's debut, Martial wasn't from us, but it's like when you've been waiting for a chance in the first team and you're given it. You want to really make sure you put your stamp on it. Even players that didn't necessarily have successful careers at Man United, there's some memorable debuts, and I feel like Forson owes that to himself, and I hope that he's given it another chance. Maybe even not today, but like at another time in the near future. It's really important for him. His development. What is
Tuolamba period? Onana is definitely starting. Erik Ten Hag killed our hopes the moment he could drop the senior players after they had stinkers. Speaking about stinkers, what's buried under Old Trafford? Only Paul Pogba knows. Apparently, he's a hyena. Get sued there. Guys, there are about 70 of you watching this live stream and only 7 likes. You lazy bastards.
No, I think the 7 likes are on my channel. We're co-streaming to my channel, by the way. Make sure you get the likes up on that one there. On Football Power Hour, guys. I think I could be wrong, but I think so. Yes.
Don't matter. Just hit the like. It's free. Lee Parker. So was Messi. What he's saying here. We can see Danny B. I like to see Ahmad to get a start. 100% Lee Parker. What you're saying here as well. Who else would think got his whippet? Didn't really understand that, but did you? Who else we think got his whippet? Didn't understand that, mate. But anyway, please try again.
We think I can't decode that. I think Lee Parker was saying who else we think.
He's a whippet.
He's a whippet. That's the second sentence. Who else we think we got?
He's in the house. Big up, man. Guys, Ten Hag is definitely picking up strong lineup for tonight's game. He's stubborn manager. That's all, folks. Let's close the shop and go home. Man just spoken. Yeah, he will definitely do that. I feel that too, because I can't recall any single cup game that he hasn't rotated. He's always gone strong, right?
Yeah.
Because he wants to win. So that's the double-edged sword.
Not only that, though, but here's the thing. So for me, if I pose the question that I asked you at the beginning of the show, I think I would want to use this opportunity as a chance for the team. The first team that's going to start versus Man City would start the game. And then I would make big changes around halftime or around 60th minute, just so that there is a little bit of like chemistry and rhythm and a little bit of like we've corrected the mistakes that the coaching staff has pointed out and the ones that Jamie Carragher pointed out and all the systematic issues that have been happening. Because Mick, I don't know if you saw the cyborg yesterday scoring as many goals as he did.
It was on my agenda. It was hot on my plate to say, guys, get ready. This is what's happening. The AI robot has been upgraded. All of a sudden, he wake up. We're talking about the Tin Man from Alice in Wonderland, right? He got oiled up and scored 5 yesterday, just before getting warmed up for the Derby game. Delivered by the postman himself, Kevin Van Bruyne, whatever his name, KDVB. All assists. So, am I nervous for a weekend? Yeah, I am. But he's just a robot and can be stopped.
He can be stopped. And for me, Mick, the thing that's even scarier is the fact that the goals that they were scoring are the ones that we've systematically been unable to defend. It's they go to the byline and then they've started to bring that pattern back in Manchester City. And it's Kevin De Bruyne putting the ball on the ground, and it's sort of like a one-touch finish by Højlund. And that pattern is coming back, and we need to be able to defend against that. We've had trouble with this versus Bayern Munich. We've had trouble with this in a lot of games in the Premier League, So I'm scared.
You're scared, I can't help you, man. I can't help you on that one. DJ Superfly saying, I want to see Shea Lacey given a run tonight. Me too, man. Shea Lacey is a monster. Pep always goes strong, wants to win all trophies available, 100%. But I think that Jurgen Klopp also wants to do that. This is his last season. He's gunning for the triple, whatever you call it, four in a, of course, they celebrate the Carabao Cup like they won the Europa League or something, and they criticize us for doing the same last season. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's trophies that what matters, trophies and winning games. So all I want to say is, forget about style of play tonight. Forget about style of play. You ain't gonna see style of play tonight, but you definitely going to see 3 points and qualifying through to the quarterfinals. That's what matters, puppy, if you're real, right? Would you sacrifice the style of play for just seeing us getting through tonight?
That's what's been happening all season, I feel. Yeah, I mean, I want to get through by any means, brother. I want to get through by any means. So this is our only chance to sort of redeem ourselves a little bit and console ourselves this season. A piece of silverware will be important. It'll still help reinstill some belief in the Ten Hag project. It will give him a lot more credit in front of Ineos's eyes. He needs it for himself as a manager, even if they part ways with Manchester United at the end of the season, because that's also a possibility of outcomes as well. He could still win. Well, he could still go far in FA Cup, and then he could become 5th or 4th, and then Ineos say, thank you, all right, great job, we're going a different direction, No,
that's it. We got to play dirty. And I agree with Stephanie saying, just pull Haaland's hair, winding him up as much as possible. Just pull his Hagrid hair, 100%. And I can see also Jonathan Borg was messaging earlier, hi guys, let's be realistic. We can win the FA Cup. We will be demolished by City, of course, by getting by top 4. Nobody knows. This is a derby, right? I agree. We got to believe. We got to be the delusional fan to say, hey, what you guys smoking? What you smoking? Like this thumbnail, right? Because what's the point of being a fan and slagging your team? We got to back this team in thick and thin, and that means the manager, because nobody wants to see us to lose. We want to win trophies. We want to go deep in the FA Cup. We want to potentially win it. And football is a funny game. It's a results business. It's the Newton's law of gravity. What comes up must come down. And derby, by the way, Papi, forms goes out the window. Nobody really knows what's going to happen in the derby. We've seen this so many times before. Scott McTominay always turns up in derbies. The big names turns up for derbies for some reason. But it all depends on how you rock up to the office that day, mentality-wise.
Yep. Hopefully they drink that coffee before they get in the office. Hopefully they no, I know you do, but like them, I hope that they are ready. That's the main thing. I like what you said about form goes out the window when it's a derby, and that is a very, very refreshing thing to remember, because it's an assuring thing to remember, because I feel like, every time I think about it, I feel like we're going to collect. It's going to be a collection day.
It's going to be a collection, yeah. The postman collecting. Chico Songa, we have such a, diverse opinions. Some people want Ten Hag to lose, like Chico is saying, hey, what's up, Papi Mick? We need Ten Hag to lose tonight over the weekend so we can put this chapter behind us. And this is your opinion, but I don't agree with that, because I never want us to lose, my friend. Like, I'm a diehard Manchester United supporter. Do I ever wish us to lose just to sack the manager? No. But at the end of the day, that's your opinion, my friend. If you believe so, stick with it, my friend. Elijah, what you saying here? Come on, United. That's it. Get in there. Get into the game. Big up.
Come on. Yeah,
but he's a little bit of one.
Some players just sort of applying themselves and really, really fighting, and I think we'll get through tonight. And the bigger question is this weekend, So fingers crossed.
It's a big 5 days. Because if he drops out tonight, and if he gets battered by City, I think he's pretty much numbered, to be honest. I think that if you look at Ineos itself, they are all about efficiency, right? Zero tolerance, zero mistake, great determination, and have fun. That is the mantra. You look at who is sitting there, like Omar Berrada, top man, Jim Ratcliffe himself, he runs like the marathon and everything else, triathlon, and they compete against each other. They have zero patience for this. So
Yeah.
I'm afraid that they might pull the trigger to say, let's go for the next manager and just sign him out quickly, because there's a lot of clubs looking for managers like Liverpool, Bayern, Barcelona, XYZ, right? I think behind the scenes they definitely had this conversation. Don't worry, Eric, just do your thing, get us to top 4, finish strong, and you'll be safe. And we were talking this summer, right? So
there is also that conversation of like, we might as well, if it's gonna be Hansi Flick, just giving an example, or Nagelsmann, right? Just giving an example. Why not give them the months to start working with some of the players right now? And or next week next week Monday. Why wait till the summer to do that if Ten Hag is not somebody that you're gonna build with long term?
Yeah. Big up. We have an Arsenal supporter. Mikel Arteta is number 1. Liverpool is getting Xabi Alonso, most likely the worst kept secret in football. Listen, mate. I also heard that Arteta wanted to have a Manchester United job. That was also reported in the media on Monday. So bring out that table of yours, if you remember that one.
On that
Liverpool.
point, I'm curious. On Mikel's point, I'm curious where you think Alonso is gonna go. He's got all these people like offering.
Yep.
If you were Alonso, where would you go, Mick?
Jesus Christ, should we spin on wheel on that one?
He's
the
getting a
hottest.
headache.
He's absolutely my dream target. He plays good football. He tends to play 3 in the back, very expensive attacking football. He's done a mad move with Bayern Leverkusen. So big up to him, right? And he deserves it, right? He absolutely deserves it. Is that Spanish type of football, the tiki-taka kind of thing, expensive? I like it. And depends on what Omar Barada and the rest of the recruitment team saying, like, what is the vision of style? What do we want to play for football? Then you go for him. But Liverpool, I don't think he's Liverpool's man. It's not the same style what Jurgen Klopp is playing. I think that they will probably go for a Nagelsmann or something similar, German trade, gegenpress style of football. Remember. So, I mean, we've seen Liverpool being gassed up before. They were linked to Mbappe. They were linked to Bellingham. They were almost, so secure that they're going to get Bellingham, and Bellingham signed for Real Madrid. So where he's going to pick, it's all about the best project, I think, what he's convinced. And tell you what, Ineos has a big pulling power regarding Jean-Claude Blanc and Omar Barada. So I don't know. What's your thoughts?
If I was him, I would actually stay one more season.
Yeah, one more season.
Not go anywhere. Just stay one more season, and that's important. You got to think about his development too, as well as a coach. Of course, you've got it. It seems like you're the hottest prospect in the market right now, but you also gotta make sure you make the right steps at the right time. There's something like that's important about not jumping and expediting your learning curve. You got to learn how to also boost a team that you have. If they give him some funds and then he invests in the summer, that's very important in his development as a coach. How do you maintain defend a title? That's very different from mounting a title charge for the first time. And then also there's the other thing about how do you also clear out some deadwood, because he also has some players that he doesn't really, that don't really work in his system, that are part of the squad. All those little things are important lessons for a manager to learn in a less pressure environment before you go to the likes of Real Madrid or whatever.
Yeah. Can I add on another thing to what you said?
Yeah.
How do you mount Mason Mount to stay fit? What the hell is going with Mason Mount? What's going on? What? How? Can somebody make sense to me? Please talk to me.
He's been abducted by the aliens. That's for me. He's just like an enigma.
I even forgot we have him in the team because he hasn't played anything. Right? He's been out for the whole season.
Is he on the payroll still? Is he collecting money? Maybe we should wait for him at the payroll office. Then we'll see. Because he, for real, yeah, no, he hasn't kickstarted his Man United career at all. Like I think I
We're
only
about to
remember
finish.
one moment. I
We're
remember
about
an assist from a corner kick. That's all that Mason Mount has done, and won the number 7. So yeah, he needs only if only he was fit. This would have been the time for him to step into the team and actually show us what he can do if he was playing with Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro.
Yeah, I know, bro. And this has been the shambolic of our signing so far. I mean, without any director of football, it's been like the pots and let's summarize our mad season so far and everything that's been going on in the club level above. No vision, no structure, just recruiting, signing up players left, right, center because they happen to be available, and shirt sellers. How to mount? Well, you force.
No.
Oh no. I missed a comment from Brendan Chappelle. Basically, you are so right here, Brendan. Oh, look at him. Oh, cutie. Hey, that's Bruno,
Mason
right?
Mount. Yeah. Bruno, go look for Mason Mount. Where's Mason Mount?
Where's Mason? Yeah. You want basically Brendan's coming out. You have to pick a manager that can connect with the players 100%. The best managers don't always work, even if the team is different. True. Look at the 2016 season as an example. What is his name? Ranieri. That was
Claudio
when Leicester
Ranieri,
won. Yeah. He was connecting with the players. They were like playing for each other. And you can also look at Papa Bear Hugger Klopp, how he
Yes.
connects with the players. Like he hugs everyone. He's a big hugger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to recruit a hugging manager?
He hugs like this, like Bruno. A lot of players that we have in the squad need hugs. They seem
They
like
need hugs.
they need a hug to excel, which is unfortunate because it's not how the world works. And yeah, I'm specifically thinking of the Marcus Rashfords, the Sanchos, it seems like also Dallo as well a little bit. But the main thing is we need to clear out the deadwood and get players that actually want to, that are focused on, like, football is that passion and nothing else. That's how I feel like we'll get the best output. We'll get players that are actually going to fight for the club and fight for the badge and know what it means to be a Man United player,
Yeah. Anything else is like this.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
It's a disgrace.
Right.
All right. That was a special for we have a Gooner in the chat. So big up to you, man. Michael Ateta, this was for you. All right. I ain't gonna jinx it. I have no idea how we're gonna line up. All I care about is get those 3 points, so actually qualify to the quarters. Rock up at Empty-Had, because basically we're gonna fill up Empty-Had anyway, like all away going fans, right? It's gonna be full, right?
Yes.
So pups, bots.
Yes.
You know what we do on this channel?
Oh, before what? Oh, we gotta spin the wheel.
Yes. We are not predicting score prediction on this channel. Hell no. We leave it to the footballing gods. And guys, place your bets. Not like Ivan Toney did or Tonali. Get out of here. So guys, let us know. Here we have 1-0, 1-1, 2-0, 2-2, 3-0, 3-1 Ruby Classic, 4-0, 4-1, 5-0. I start with you, Botswana Papi. Bots, you have many names. Barring that you don't know who's going to start today, what are you playing away?
3-0 Man United.
Oh my God!
What is the VR room saying? 2-0 to Forest. What Jolly Malmin is saying. Oh, God. Help us all. 3-2 to United. What you saying there, R10? Guys, get your votes in, man. Get your votes in.
Yeah.
Let's spin the wheel. Right. 5-0 to Forest.
Parker.
Oh, hubba. Lee Parker. Parker. What you doing to us? I hear you. All right, then. Dude.
Yeah. I really feel it's going to be 3-0 Man United. I don't know how we're going to be capable of keeping a clean sheet, but I feel like it's going to be one of those days today where we, put in a performance. We've been deprived of that, and come on, United. I don't want to see extra time. I do not want to see penalties. I want to see this done in 90 minutes.
90
Come
minutes.
on.
That's your final words?
At the 45th minute. I want the game in Man United's back pocket by the 45th minute. 2-0, then we can score the third one in the second half. Let's go.
Okay. Regarding keeping clean sheets, I have a special message. I had a conversation with Onana's wife yesterday. She said, Mick, don't worry. I went to Tesco and I bought the finest washing detergent to make my husband keep clean sheet for tomorrow. Yeah?
All
So
right.
it
Let's
depends
see
on
the
if Onana's not. Listen, I will go with my classic. I will play it safe. I will not jinx it. Footballing gods do exist, people. At the end of the day, I want us to win. I think it's going to be a 3-1 to Manchester United. This is the Ruby Classic. I always go safe. Let's do this. Madness as it is, Neil Driscoll is here to say 2-1 to Forest. A lot of our faithfuls believe that we're going to lose. We have Elanga. How we're going to stop Elanga? Rhythm as a dancer. Let's get on to this spin the wheel, people, and let's see. Let's footballing God's sake. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Get in there. You bloody disgrace. Oh. Cannot happen. 2-2 cannot happen.
What the hell? Oh my God.
2-2, and then we go to penalties. Is that what the wheel is saying? What?
2-2 and penalties? Should we do it again?
Yeah, do it again.
Do it again. This wheel is rigged.
It's a rigged
Let's
wheel,
go.
man.
Let's go. And bloody hell.
Come on.
But is there a 3-0 to Nottingham Forest, or is it 3-0 to Manchester United?
Well, technically, it's Forest versus United, but I think that the wheel wanted to say 3-0 to Man United.
Okay. This bloody wheel has never been correct anyway. This wheel is rigged 3-0. So 3-0 to Forest. No. It started with 2-2. So it might go to penalties. That is a plausible. Do you reckon we'll go to penalties?
No, Mick, I do not want penalties. Why? Because last thing we need is to be fatigued before the weekend. An extra 30 minutes is not what we need at all. We risk some more like muscle injuries and things like that happening. Dallo should not be playing more than 90 minutes today, and with the other players that I feel like that approaching the red zone, and we need to make sure that is addressed, that's safeguarded. Yep. So, yeah.
Right. We are about to wrap up the show, people. We are going to wrap up the show.
As we wrap up, I have a question for you on this, because Ten Hag said, when he was asked about the rumors, that the speculation surrounding his job, he said these words. He said, "I'm under contract here at Man United for 3 seasons, so I don't care about rumors. I don't care," he said. And then he went on to say, I'm in the process and only focusing on the process.
Someone early on said, trust the process.
He finished by saying, "I have a strong belief and I feel after multiple talks that Ineos believe me." what do you feel like when especially when he said, "I don't care about rumors"? Did that like, make you feel some type of way or not?
That feels like a man has reinsurance is talking like that. Like, I don't care what the media is saying. I have my reinsurance. I've spoken to Ineos. They have told me X, Y, Z. Exactly. But on the other hand, you go speak to your boss at work, and your boss might tell you, Poppy, you're doing a fantastic job. Don't worry. Just keep grinding. You will get your bonus. Don't worry. So you go home and you tell your wife, listen, I'm going to get a fat check bonus. The boss loves me and I'm good. So fuck you, right? Anyone that approaches me for a job, no, I'm good here. I'm good here. But anything can happen. Right?
Anyway, yeah, anything can happen.
Think about it. Think about it in a job situation. You can be the hero one day, and the one thing leads to another. You will have a couple of fuck ups, and you become a zero, from hero to zero. That happens in work situations, right?
True.
So you got to be real. But anyway, I go with Welsh Girl here. Let's have faith in the boys tonight. Don't think it will be pretty, but let's get the win. 100%, we got to back this team to the end of the season, no matter what. And I just want to finish up the shop by saying, like, we got to believe. It's like that song, Don't Stop Believing.
Right. Yes. Don't stop believing. You too, Neil. Neil says, sorry, puppy, dreaming. Where are the goals coming from? From No Hoyland, no goals. Anthony is going to find the goals today. Gandacha is going to find a goal today, and as well as like somebody from the midfield or defense. I think it might even be. Yes.
Breaking news directly from Carrington. They've relocated Anthony's right leg prosthesis, so he's been playing with two left feet, but now he's balanced. Let's hope so. Anyway, we've been having a lot of fun today. Like, we got to have fun. We got to have a little bit of faith. We got to have fun. Before we continue closing the shop, guys, you can laugh about Garnacho and Anthony, but you know what? We will see. The ball is round. Anything can happen. It's Newton's law. And guys, just want to add this to the stage as well before we leave as well. Just don't forget to go into mufcrealist.tv, our website. Tonight, you can go in and vote for the player ratings, play of the match. It's not being loaded as yet because they hasn't come out. The starting 11 hasn't come out yet. But go in there. You can check the results, stats, everything, and read the latest news and everything up here. Don't forget mufcrealist.tv. Go and put your player ratings in here, and we should see you after the game. 100%. Yeah.
Yes.
We
will be there.
We will be there, and we will be live after the directly after the win, lose, or draw, whatever you say. I say win, lose, or shaw. We'll be there, and also, guys, go and check Football Power Hours watch along, because Papi will do a watch along. I don't know how you do it. I know you clocking out 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day. Do you do multiple watch alongs? You just love it, but go check it out.
When you love something, you don't feel the time passing. It's just you're like, oh look, what 3 hour stream? Oh my god!
Anyway,
so.
I will be tuning in. I will coming in the first 15 minutes to say good day, just to react on the lineup and everything. But until then, guys, please do not forget to go and check Football Power Hour. He's always here. And when we haven't been around lately because of the time difference, 12 hours. But today we've made it. Finally, we made it. Go subscribe to Football Power Hour. If you haven't liked this video as of yet, please smash the like button. Get it up to 100, please, as much as you can. It's free, and it doesn't cost you anything other than 2 calories on doing so, guys. If you haven't subscribed, do so. If you want to become a member, feel free. Really helps the channel to grow further. But one more thing that I want to mention that is very important, because YouTube algorithm keeps changing, and YouTube keeps changing all the time. Hit that notification. Personalize your notifications. So a lot of you guys have been complaining that you don't get notification when we go live, and that goes with all the fan channels around the world. They've been having the same issues, but it has to do with personalize your notifications. So check your settings, click to accept whenever we are live or uploading a video that you will never miss. And that's the only sound advice I can give you right here, right now. That's it.
Come on. Free advice. Thank you, Nick. Thank you to Mikael, to Lee Parker, to Yale, to DJ Superfly, to R10, to Welsh, to Simon, to oh my goodness, the list goes on.
Everyone. Neil
Everybody
Driscoll.
that Mr.
Legend.
Peary, everybody that's commented and hit the like button. Brendan, shout out to you always. GB always. Come on. There's a lot of real solid positive vibes from the chat. Danny B as well. Big up to you. And we'll see you
Hope
guys
you had
very
fun
soon.
because we certainly did provide a little bit more positivity into this show, roasting and being serious at the same time. We spun the wheel. It started with 2-2, then we redid it again, and it became 3-0. And the question is it 3-0 to United or 3-0 to Nottingham Forest? Let's hope for 3-0, guys. Thank you for watching. It's been beautiful. See you later to the next one, and don't stop believing. That's all, folks. Thank you, Papi. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Don't stop believing.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.